We had 5 guys DMP. Shaq Barrett with a hip, Cortland Sutton with a quad, Chris Harris lower leg, Derek Wolf's in the protocol for a concussion, Isaac Yiadom has got a shoulder with 3 guys limited, Brandon Marshall with a knee, Tremaine Brock with ribs, and Matt Lacoste with a shoulder. That's it. Questions, guys?
Doing a walkthrough today.
Yeah. Obviously, we played Sunday, so they've had one day off, and some guys are still sore. So we just went through a normal Wednesday kind of prep as far as reps, but at a jog-through pace. Hopefully, we can get more into running full speed tomorrow, maybe half and half jog, half full speed tomorrow. It's very similar to our Thursday night Arizona schedule. Very similar. With one more day, obviously. So.
What's the concern level with Cortland Sutton?
Concern level? Just a soreness. You know, obviously with a quad, him being a receiver, I mean, he has to run. So that's the only concern level. But he's young, he heals fast, and his mind's right. He wants to play. That's half the battle with healing. You know, you have to want to be out there, and he wants to be out there.
You expect him to practice later this week?
Hopefully that's the plan, to get him out tomorrow running a little bit, and we'll see how much he can do tomorrow. But the goal is to get him ready for Saturday. That's the ultimate goal.
What's changed about their offense over the last few weeks that's allowed them to be so successful?
Got it playing really good. I think the emergence of Chubb, that's been the key in my opinion. Watching him, obviously the quarterback's playing at a high level. He's being aggressive with the football. I mean, he's making plays down the field. But Chubb's the key. I mean, this guy. I mean, it's a big-time young back. He's big. He can make you miss. He can go the distance. He's got great ball skills. So he's also a receiving threat out of the backfield. Jarvis Landry's playing really well. Callaway's a big play guy. The tight end's a young, long, tall target. So it's an offense full of offensive weapons. With that quarterback who's playing with great confidence, it's going to make it a tough out. Offensive line-wise, I mean, they've got 3 interior guys that are big money guys that are playing well. They've got 2 big long tackles that are playing well. So it's going to be a tough out.
You mentioned Jarvis. What did you learn about him when you were coaching down in Miami?
He's competitive. Jarvis is a killer. I mean, he's a blocker. After the catch, he turns to a running back. I mean, he's a volume guy, so every year he's going to have multiple catches. He wants the ball every play. He's going to block. He's doing dirty work, and he is very, very competitive.
You probably sat down with Baker and knew Baker more than any of the guys you drafted for your own team.
Yeah.
What did his personality and how that's translated to his game in the NFL?
He's got a neat personality. It's kind of it's loose, but it's tight. Very, very intelligent, but a very, very confident person. And you can feel it when he walks in the room, even with the guys at the Senior Bowl, other quarterbacks and the players. I mean, they gravitated to Baker. I mean, he was the guy from day one, outside of his talent. I mean, he is a exciting person to be around, I should say. But as far as his football abilities, I mean, it's obvious. He's playing at a high level. He's pushing the ball down the field. He's making plays with his legs also, and that's surprising to me. I mean, he's making so many plays off schedule down the field, so that makes him dangerous.
When you guys got to Mobile, he wasn't getting a lot of buzz in terms of being the #1 overall. When you left there, were you thinking this guy could go #1?
I wasn't sure about that, but I knew he had the arm talent to do it and the football IQ. I mean, after the first install, I mean, he could have taught the offense. I mean, he was that good with the offense, and his personality. I mean, it's infectious. It's his energy and his confidence. You can feel it. So, I wasn't sure he was going to be #1, but I mean, I knew he was going to be a first-round pick for sure.
What did you learn about his work ethic, kind of his competitive drive to your time together in Mobile?
Well, you can see it. Our practice was at, I think, about 12:30. He was there for 11:30. That was his idea. So I mean, he grabbed the other quarterbacks, and they had an hour before we got there. Footwork and taking snaps from center, those things that he wasn't very good at, he worked on every single day. So you can see it right away. He wants to be a great player.
Can you use much of that stuff from fans?
I'm sorry?
Can you use much of that stuff from early in the year with him and the offense, or do you have to just go to it?
We're not. I mean, it's been about 5 weeks with the new coordinator and new head coach, so that's what we're using. That's when he's played his best ball. I mean, it's been really efficient. They're making big plays. I think in the red zone, they had 14 straight trips with 14 touchdowns. That's amazing. His third downs, he's about 45%. So I think the last 5 weeks is what we're going to look at for the most part.
Follow up on yesterday, in case to be more aggressive? There are certain areas of the field, certain situations that
No, just overall play. You know, we've got 3 weeks to play, and you know we have to all play that way, not just Casey. Defensively, we have to coach that way. We are playing to win, okay? Not to keep it close, not to lose. We're playing to win. That's the message to our entire team.
They obviously had to pass on Bradley in order for you guys to be able to draft him. Can you reflect on that moment when they selected Ward and Chubb fell to you?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I was excited, you know, absolutely. But you know, Ward's been a great pick for them, and so they hadn't missed on Ward. I mean, that was their choice. You know, all those guys in the top 5 have played really well this year, so they didn't miss on Ward. Obviously, we didn't miss on Chubb, but you know, I'm just excited to have Chubb in our fold. He fits what we do on defense. I mean, he's an outside big edge rusher. That fits what we do.
Chubb being on the breaking the rookie sack record. Did you even see that when you drafted him? Did you expect him to have this kind of production?
Well, we knew in the draft he was the best edge player in the draft as far as a rusher. But I mean, you never know with players. You know, some guys it takes longer. But I mean, he took to it right away as far as being a sandbacker and dropping and those things. He's a very, very mature person. So I mean, he walked in the door, he was ready to go. You know, and he wants to be great. You know, I mean, he wants to be a dominant player. So the sack record, I mean, it just speaks to the person. It speaks to his talent level. You know, and I want it for him. You know, the better he plays, the better we're going to play on defense. So you know, I'm not opposed to wanting this guy to break this record.
Was Chubb similar to Mayfield in that he picked up the playbook very quickly once he got here?
Yes, I mean, very similar personalities, very confident. You know. Very smart players, and it just fit right in. You know, some guys just walk in and they're instant pros, and Chubb was that way, and Baker was that way at the Senior Bowl. You can just tell he was going to be a good pro.
First half struggles against the Niners.
Yeah.
You're in some kind of 3 wide all but 5 snaps in the first half.
Yeah.
Do you have to do more with your groupings?
Well, yeah. You know, every game is different. You know, and you know how we attack each defense is different each week. That defense was a single high coverage team. You know, every snap. Whether you're in 1 back, whether you're in 2 back, you're going to see a loaded box. You know, so our issue offensively was winning first, second down with the run game. You know, keeping the third downs manageable. We didn't do that. You know, our third downs were 8 yards plus in that game, which led to a lot of fourth downs being tried. But you know, we have to run the football. That's our bell call on game day. Running the football, play pass, and keeping the third downs manageable.
Do you run it better out of other things?
Well, you know, it depends on the front. Okay, you know, we saw a lot of solid front on Sunday. Lots of bare front, you know, which is tough to run when they got the nose and both B gaps fog. So every game plan's different, and how we attack is differently every week.
What do you hope Trey Marshall brings on the active roster?
Well, he's a young player that's got some range in the pass game, and he's a pretty good teamer. So we'll see how he progresses during the week, if he's going to be up or not.
Greg Williams is renowned for running a lot of different things with his pressures.
Yeah.
How difficult is it to prepare for that?
It makes it tough. I mean, I watched him a little bit last night and more this morning, and it's a lot of volume as far as defense. But that's the way coach has been forever. I mean, he's going to fire corners. He's going to bring some zeros on first and second down, and our guys have to be really sharp with their assignments this week to conquer this defense. But they're playing good at taking the ball away. They've got 28 turnovers this year, and that's his MO. I mean, he's been a guy that's over his career that's taken the ball away. You know, with obviously scheme, you know, and having good players also.
Was the quad affecting Cortland in the game against the 49ers?
It was, but he finished the game. So I was proud of him for that. But it was affecting him from the third quarter on. But he finished.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Much,
thank you.
Coach.